We are trying to reach out to different people and different voters. And the woman who produced this is an influencer with 7 million followers.
I am not accustomed to helping your party do anything.
Yep.
But let me give you some advice. This was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And if you read the comments today, Lord have mercy. Look, scrambling for new social media and communication strategies is not a replacement for fixing what's actually wrong. Your party has a 21% approval rating right now, congressional Democrats.
Well, let's talk about fixing what's wrong. Donald Trump is doing nothing for the American people.
And he has a 50% approval rating.
But he's doing nothing for the American people.
And so
he's not lowering the cost of living.
He
tells lies.
Fix the policy and leave the gimmicks behind.
Yeah.
Democrats are just not getting the hint. Ever since Kamala lost, they have just been aimless, flailing around, and directionless. It looks like they need better leadership because whoever's coordinating them, really, there is no job that's being done here. Something is not being done right. They've been trying to appeal to young folks, and instead it comes out as artificial, cringy, and corny. Democrats have lost their mind. Out of their desperate attempt to sabotage Trump, they just end up harming their party. It just doesn't work. They need to figure things out because this isn't working. So recently, a video just came out, a TikTok video, came out for DEMS, Democratic representatives, promoting a video of themselves to appeal to youth. It's a choose your fighter video, and it's just, you would think that it going viral will be a good thing, but this is not the kind of good I'm talking about. This is just cringy, and it's just, even other Democratic supporters are just laughing at this. They really ought to really stick to serious stuff and leave the gimmicks behind. It's crazy.
Choose your character.
So a lot of people took to the comments, to videos, to news, responding to this video, and it's not the kind of good ones. I mean, look at CNN here. Scott Jennings just obliterates them. It's it's just so funny.
Congresswoman, that TikTok trend, I don't even know where to begin. I'm not sure why this is necessary. I mean, there is like serious stuff happening in this country, but that seems to be just inviting ridicule.
So when you think about TikTok as a trend, we are trying to reach out to different people and different voters. And the woman who produced this is an influencer with 7 million followers.
I mean, look at Scott Jennings' face. he's looking at this lady, and now she's describing this. He doesn't even have to try. This is just silly.
So this is lighthearted, it's fun. And every time you do something creative, you're going to get criticism, right? But I actually applaud them for trying to do something different. And here's the reality. 7 million followers, whether you think it's cringe or you like it, we're on CNN on a Thursday night, and we're talking about it on national TV.
But I guess my question is, to what end? I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. I mean, maybe you will get 7 million eyeballs, but what is the point?
I am not accustomed to helping your party do anything.
Yep.
But let me give you some advice. This was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And if you read the comments today, Lord have mercy. Look, scrambling for new social media and communication strategies is not a replacement for fixing what's actually wrong. Your party has a 21% approval rating right now, congressional Democrats.
Well, let's talk about fixing what's wrong. Donald Trump is doing nothing for the American people.
And he has a 50% approval rating.
And there it is. When they get flustered, they got to bring up Trump. This currently right now has nothing to do. This particular topic that Scott Jennings is talking about has nothing to do with Trump. But there she is. She just has to evoke Trump's name because, oh, that's the problem.
But he's doing nothing for the American people.
And so
he's not lowering the cost of living.
Advice
he tells lies.
Fix the policy and leave the gimmicks behind.
Yes,
That's
and
fine.
let's make policy.
Okay,
So
well, let me just
let me
I
finish
just want
here.
to let the congresswoman
Yeah,
respond to that
absolutely.
because I think the underlying what Scott is saying is this question of the party itself has a trust issue with its own voters, frankly.
Right.
So what is being done about that?
So as we look at trust issues with the Democratic Party, there are a lot of things happening. Remember, the Democratic Party is a very large tent with diverse people. We have people saying, do something. We have some people saying, you've gone too far. We have to stay focused on what is important right now to the American people. President Trump promised to lower the cost of living. He has done none of that. And the Trump administration and Elon Musk are demonstrating one thing with all these random cuts. They don't care if you get sick. They don't care if you get injured. They don't care if you can't pay your bills, and they don't care if you're safe. All these random cuts they're making in all these departments that they don't even hardly know very well are hurting the American people. How is putting veterans out of work lowering the cost of living? How is taking away food from children lowering the cost of living? How is kicking women off of health care who get Medicaid lowering the cost of living? So I know that these things are distractions that we're talking about, but why won't Donald Trump deliver on his promises? Because he lies. That's why. They're doing nothing to support the American people.
Why would or should the American people trust Democrats to lower the cost of living after the last 4 years?
Exactly. What have they been doing for the past 4 years? They had all this 4 years and it's just been a calamity, really. They've opened the border. The cost of everything went up. The cost of living is just too much right now. What's going to be her answer on this? This is just really silly for her to say that, we made, there were job increases. Oh, you mean federal job increases? That doesn't really do anything because those federal employees are getting money from taxpayers. And, they're going to pay taxes with taxpayers. So it's really circular. It's silly.
We have created more jobs.
No, cost of living. You brought it up. You said Trump's not delivering. I just want to know why we should trust Democrats who skyrocketed inflation. Why would I trust you?
I don't think it's
why would I trust you?
I don't think it's about you all won.
Yeah.
So now fix it.
Yeah, the Democrats lost and the Republicans won because of terrible policies, mid-management, it's just crazy. The mismanagement of the whole country is just throwing things out of the loop. And Americans have had enough of this bullshit, really.
You said you were going to fix it.
We're doing it for 40 days.
Okay, right.
But you try to take a victory lap for the CHIPS and Science Act, for all these investments coming into the United States. So you're going to take credit or not. Donald Trump is a president. He promised a lower cost of living. He is cutting jobs across the board from civil servants who have to support their families.
You believe in government jobs. You want more government jobs.
No, actually, I want jobs that actually help people. Do you know what civil servants do? They keep our air clean. They keep our water clean. They keep our food safe. Don't interrupt me.
They take taxpayer money to
You know
fund
what?
the whole thing.
He hits it right on the nail. This is exactly what I was talking about. Like, look at Biden. He's increasing jobs for federal workers who are getting paid by taxpayers. So we're still paying for it, and that's what's funding them. So this is not really generating flourishing economic boom in the country, really. And veering off to identity politics and just very unpopular policies that are usually like around 80 to 20%, or just anything above 60%. This should be a no-brainer to Democrats. But right now, they're just flailing it. They gotta stop. They need to figure it out, or they're just gonna keep losing.
They also pay taxes.
Yes.
Wait, you're saying they take
It takes taxpayer money to fund it.
It does.
But they're employed by
This
the
is the
government.
Democratic plan.
They are
More
employed.
government
They are
jobs.
Jobs for the American people, and they're not getting rich off of it.
Let's not forget, yes, Donald Trump and the Republicans won.
Yeah.
But the Democrats severely lost. And you're digging your hole deeper,
But you're saying
especially in a
severely?
week. Especially in a week after the debacle of what happened during the president's speech, the embarrassment. I don't know who's creating this strategy, but believe me, no one is getting on board. The Democrats have lost. I would argue the Democrats are far more exclusionary. If you don't agree with them, you're canceled. If you say something inappropriate, you're out. And there's never a coming back in. The Democrats have told the American people, you agree with us, or we don't want you.
Their money these days.
And that's exactly part of the problem of the Democratic Party. If you don't agree with them, they're just going to kick you out. You're going to get canceled. They're very exclusionary in that regard. So the party not doing so well, it's exactly that there's no challenging of ideas. There's no having any kind of debates within the party. If you don't agree with this, well, we're going to primary you or we're going to just get rid of you. They're not doing a good job right now. And so-called the tolerant and accepting left that they're known for, the irony is they're not. If that wasn't enough, they released another set of videos of all these high-profile Democrats. A scripted video, really, about that ain't true, and it's so not genuine at all. It's so scripted, and it just backfired. It's just these guys can't get it going. They just can't make something that's so organic that resonates with young people. They really got to stop. If they keep doing these for 8, 12 years, they may not have a chance.
When I win, I will immediately bring prices down starting on day one.
That ain't true. That's what you just heard. Since day one of Donald Trump's presidency, prices are up, not down.
That ain't true. That's what you just heard. Since day one of Donald Trump's presidency, prices are not down, they're up.
When I win, I will immediately bring prices down starting on day one.
Here's what Bill Maher had to say about the State of the Union that happened and how the Democrats really staged a sort of defiance against the president of the United States, which is Trump, which all of them are having a TDS over. It's just very childish that even John Fetterman had to say something about them. He made sure to veer away from them because they're becoming unhinged. They're acting like petulant children, and it's just really bad for the Democrats. And even the voters that voted for Democrats, they're starting to not like all these shenanigans that they've been pulling out of their hats. It's really out of hand.
Was apropos of what's going on the left. And by the way, if you watch the speech, I saw mostly the clips of it, and mostly it was people in the audience, the guy with the cane, people with, like, paddles. Oh, there's the cane dude. And then there's, okay, here's our pussy hat uniform. And these looks like you're at a auction signs. I mean, it was, John Fetterman called it a sad cavalcade of self-owns and unhinged petulance. I love him. I said he should run last week. The Democrats seem so lost. And here's Jasmine Crockett, who is, I thought, a big leader in the Democratic Party. Her quote is, "This is a terrible nightmare. Somebody slap me and wake me the fuck up because I'm ready to get on with it." On with what would be my first question. And also, this is the way this is like how a podcaster talks or some shit. Fuck it, man. Can you imagine, I don't know, Obama saying, "Oh, man, dude, this shit is whack, and fuck it. Just slap me. I'm fucking over it." I mean, come on, man.
And yes, this is another desperation that the Democrats are doing. They're trying to act like they're content creators or podcasters, and basically they're letting go of their poise, their rationality, and this sort of sense of decorum, and they're trying to be all hip and everything. It just comes off as very, it's very unnerving. It's just not what the Democrats are known for, and they really are desperate. They got to stop this. They really do.
They're elected members of Congress that, yes, well in the minority, it doesn't mean you have no power. The sort of idea of all you can do is a poorly orchestrated press conference or hold up the sign, it's not really true. Like, get creative with the House rules, see what you can do. I actually honestly don't hate the government shutdown idea. I think Democrats need to show that they're willing to play hardball. No one wins in a government shutdown, let's be clear. It's not good for the public, but they need some kind of an actual action beyond just whining outside of a federal building.
Okay, but wait a second. Wait a second.
Where the Democrats missed it is that they could have stood up and brought people in who've been affected by these policies in an incredibly negative way, and there's plenty of them, and talk to those folks and distribute it out.
Yeah, you're talking about a set amount of Democrats here who have staged this sort of defiance by sitting down, not even clapping, not even anything that has to do with partisanship or any sort of political leanings left or right. And they won't even stand for these people that Trump brought up. They're being childish. There really is nothing that they could bring forth except for just their rebel sort of taunting gesture towards the Republican Party and Trump. That's all they have at this point. They're desperate.
So they were talking to their neighbors.
Okay, I don't know. When the Democrats threaten to do it, it's always the end of the world. How can you do this when you shut down the government? You know, we don't pay our bills and all the rest of the shit that goes on, and you're going to crash the economy, but now it's okay?
Yeah, so the Democrats have always been against government shutdown in the past. But all of a sudden, because Trump is the president now, they don't care. They're sort of solidified and are in solidarity, for the most part, to having the government shut down, even though a bunch of these high-profile Democrats have stated in video form that it's not good for the country for government to shut down. But now that Trump's in the presidency seat, it's okay to shut down, It even took Schumer to come out and actually vote against them, which is actually a risk for his own position. They might have to primary him or something, but it's the hypocrisy and the irony of it all. Really, if you look at it, if you've been paying attention, it's crazy.
No, I did not.
No, I'm talking.
I do not endorse the government shutdown.
Yeah.
I think everybody loses with the government shutdown. It's not the right thing to do, and so they should work together, hopefully in a bipartisan way, to come up with an agreement so that the government stays open, because it is a total waste of taxpayer money and services. It's Elon Musk on steroids. All the services go away.
The only pushback, and by the way, I agree it's not actually good for the country, but a political strategy standpoint, the Republicans control both chambers and the White House. Underscore that. Say, Mike Johnson, you need to find the votes.
That's true.
John Thune, you have to find the votes. Maybe at least take it to the edge, as they often do, but there's got to be some sort of owning the power that you have in Congress, or then get out and have a podcast.
There isn't. You know what? People come to me all the time when I'm out, like at the Oscar party. Bill, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? I don't know. You're at the Oscar party. Have a great time.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is the problem with the Democratic Party and the Democratic voters. They like to overblow things like it's the end of the world, when really if you just unpack everything that Trump's doing, and it's for the long haul, you will see that he's really trying to fix the mess that the last administration has really wreaked havoc on. It's just silly to even to magnetize it, to sort of dramatize what's going on right now, when Trump is really trying to repair everything that the other administration have done. It's just stop. Just stop with the silly antics, really.
That's what you're doing. What are we going to do? Like, your life is falling apart, you fucking phony. No, but, what are you going to do? Be a viable alternative. You can't do anything because you lost the election. You lost all three branches of government. Okay, so the only thing you can do is be somebody a party who, when the independent voter looks at the scene, says, oh, you know what? I don't like what Trump is doing, but these people are crazier.
Yeah. Another thing, really, check this out. This is Jasmine Crockett. She's been really trying to sort of change herself to appeal to young people. Look at this video. She's just so cringe. And also, it's just really, she's got to stop, really.
Oh no! It's a cultural divide. I'ma get it on the floor. You really about to do it? 40 acres in the mule. This is bigger than the music. You really about to do it? Yeah, they tried to rig the game, but you can't fake influence. They get on it like that. Hey, I'm tripping, I'm sliding, I'm riding through the back like fuck. Must have on a beat, bro, deep boat, any rap. He a freak though, man down, call like Amber Lambs. Tell him breathe. Let them boys to the cross, they walk around like G's. What's up with these?
Leave it to Representative Rosa DeLauro to shoo away potential voters and young folks with this cringy video. It's crazy. She is employing terms like Rizzler, skibbity, main character energy, negative aura energy. The only negative aura energy here is from the Democrats. If you really want to keep losing your base, do stunts like this. This is like, it's like cheap tricks. This is not working. You have serious policies here, and the Democrats are just desperate to get any kind of votes they can and act like they're hip and they're cool. And this is just exuding uncoolness. This is, check this out.
Yo, this is the Ranking Rizzler on appropriations, serving Connecticut's 3rd District. It's time to enter your dark academia Congress era. All right, besties, House appropriation is the money moves in Congress. We are not chasing the bag, we are the bag. Democrats are making life smoother through government funding. It's giving, skibbity. So Sigma, main character energy. But Republicans' project 2025 is mad sus. Eliminating the Department of Education? Negative aura points. Basically, the biggest phantom tax on the environment, on your education, and your rights. Big L posting it online, buddy. Democrats understood the assignment, but go off. See how I keep you informed? Very cutesy, very demure.
Democrats and people in the left, they really got to stop with these unpopular stances. I'll let Bill Maher finish this off, really. Here he is.
You're still building your politics around slicing and dicing people into these fixed categories. Democrats need to get the memo that you can't win elections anymore by automatically assuming you're going to get every voter who's not these guys. The more you obsess over identity, the more you ignore the bread and butter issues that win and lose elections. The real issue is class, not race. And the real gap is the diploma divide. And the real future of the party and maybe democracy depends on Democrats figuring that out.
All right, guys, that'll be all for now. What do you guys think about what the Dems are doing right now? This defiancy against the president? Sound off in the comments below and let me know. What do you guys think? Later.